Okay, Ladio, you got so many viewers. I need to show off. Let's try to beat Primordial Malzano. Okay, I can solo this for sure. This should be simple. I mean, sure, I failed this quest multiple times off stream, but you know, I'm sure now that I'm on stream now, I'll get a big boost. I'm even going to use my main weapon to flex. Okay, I'm having a bad time right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that didn't go to plan. I mean, if the viewers want it, I must. Besides, the lance is super simple. I'll be okay. Oh, I try to click the counter. I just. Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm a disgrace. My reputation is tarnished. I don't know what to do. No, wait. I do know what to do. I know a way to redeem myself. The issue wasn't that I sucked. No. It was that I was taking damage. If I just didn't take damage, I would be fine. I had to become a tank. Now, step 1 of this plan is to select a weapon. After 1 second of careful deliberation, I decided to use the lance. It is the perfect tank weapon. I would barely need to move, and I just needed to block and poke and... Relax, Ladio. This is no time for initial D. At this point, I needed to evaluate what were the best defensive skills. I figured I needed at least a perfect defense, guard, and guard up skill. Additionally, there is the tried and true Divine Blessing, a nice ability to have that occasionally reduces damage. But what else was there? Well, elemental blights could be a big issue if not dealt with properly, particularly fire blight. Is what I said before I did a bit of thinking. While I was writing the script, I realized, sure, fire blight was my biggest issue, but it was also my only issue. I'll get into it kind of later, but realistically, all the other elemental blights didn't pose too much of an issue. The closest one was ice blight, and it was only under a certain condition, which was A, I was low, B, I was inflicted with ice blight, and C, I was out of wire bug charges. But the likelihood of all 3 of these happening was quite low, so I wasn't too worried about it. So later on, I did just opt to switch to a fire resist drum instead of this elemental blight. With that said, I started to grab more skills. I decided to grab stun resistance, which was my answer to thunder blight. It was more versatile as it covers against not only natural stun, but also stuns caused by thunder blight. This was a 2-for-1 deal. Flinch free, earplugs, and tremor resistance also seemed to be quite useful as the monster had less options to disrupt my attacks or guarding. The last 2 skills I opted to grab were embolden and diversion. These skills would be very helpful not only in my solo quests, but also in my co-op quests, because when combined with the twin bind swap skills, the monsters were way more likely to target me, giving me an extra boost in defense from the emboldened skill. With this in mind, I built this armor set. It had all the necessary skills required to be amazing. However, there was a small, teeny tiny issue. The base level stats of this armor set were pretty weak, honestly. Since 4 out of the 5 armor pieces I had were rarity 8, this meant that they came with a base defensive rating of 100. And the last piece was a rarity 9, so I had 120 base. Now some of you that don't play too much Monster Hunter may be thinking, wow, 520 points worth of defense, that must be pretty good. But no. Just for reference, my full DPS Switch Axe build had about 629 defense. So that means that my pure defensive armor set had less than my pure offensive armor set. If I wanted to be a tank, I would need so much more than that. Thankfully, you can level up these armor pieces to get more defense. So that's what I did. And since I was at the end of Sunbreak, I could upgrade it like crazy. Now, I haven't used any of these armor spears that are used to upgrade these pieces of armor, and I have plenty of money, so this should be a Oh god. Upgrading this armor to max costed about as much as my left arm and my firstborn child. This was insane. The only time I had lost money like this in Rise was when I decided to buy 9,999 potions from the shop when it wasn't a sale. And this crazy price would be for every single armor piece. This would be a ton of resources, and this isn't even talking about the number of spears I needed. I decided to grind for the spheres first because I knew this little known strategy that helped get me this second best armor spears in the game pretty easily using rock lizards. Sure, it only gave 800 points compared to the true armor spear's 2,000, but this method would be the most efficient way to get enough points. Ladio, the devs patched that method. What? What? Why? The armor spears are already hard enough to get. Now they're patching one of the only good ways to grind them efficiently, and now I have to opt for a much harder and longer process to get this. This fact alone just pushed back one of my challenge runs to the back of my mind because I needed the grind for this. This meant the stream I was supposed to be doing a challenge run, I decided to change it to me responding to help requests. Thankfully, this was a good opportunity to have a nice chill stream and just talk to some people. After my stream, I realized there was another possibility for extra defense. Curio augmentation, which I will dub QA. Without getting into the finer details, think of QA as Minecraft enchanting. I got to enhance armor pieces I had with either random skills and a bit of defense or just a ton more defense. And you could probably guess the one I went for. And once again, this method was completely time consuming. It ate up a ton of resources and I had to go grind for like an extra 6 hours just to get enough to upgrade all my pieces. After all that grinding, all that time, I had upgraded my armor from 520 points of defense to 978. With this big boost in defense, I felt like I was starting to reach the limit. Despite this, despite me thinking I'm already at the precipice of defense, I decided to keep pushing. I couldn't settle for anything under 1k base defense. Sure, in Quest, I would probably be past this mark with all the defensive items I was going to be chugging, but that's not the point. I wanted all the extra to be on top of that 1000. So I began to ponder my options. I had already maxed out all the defensive skills I could have, and any further level upgrades to this armor was going to get a lot more expensive and time consuming. It was having diminishing returns. If only there was an object that could shield me, an object that would give me around 30 armor points. If only this object existed. Heck, this object could even be a weapon. Eureka. Does anybody say that anymore? My answer was the heavy bowgun. Wait. No, that's wrong. The sweats got to my script again. The answer was truly the lance. By picking a select few different types of lances, I could get an extra 30 defense, which was perfect. All I had to do was trade a decoration slot. And after a bit of hesitation... Oh, this might be the 1K. This might be the 1K. Woohoo! It's 1K. That's crazy. Look, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, yes. I decided to do 3 quests. One in low rank, one in high rank, and one in master rank to test the true limits of the set. After gobbling the super defensive Dongo set, I started the experiments. Here are my results. I don't take damage! Look how little damage I take from that. Okay, well I still take some damage. I don't take that. It didn't even do damage. I mean, that's his super move, man. I'm just saying, I just did not take any damage from that. You actually make me put up my weapon. You're lucky I take no damage. I mean, I'm not even that concerned about getting hit here, even if I got hit by something. I mean, it just doesn't do any damage, no! I'm healing faster than it can hurt me. I'm so confident I'm gonna look at my status midway through the fight. I have 1200 defense! Oh my god! After all that grinding and hunting, I was finally done. I had finally reached the pinnacle. I took little damage from head-on attacks and barely took any damage at all from blocked attacks. There was no need to increase my strength of my defense anymore. The likelihood I would die was near zero. Though my fights may drag on, I couldn't truly fail a quest. This was it. But I still had one more opponent. Thanks for watching till the end. It was a bit of a cliffhanger, I know, but if you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content like this. More streams and videos coming at you soon, so look out for it. But for now, this is it. See ya.